It's NBA action on EA Sports. Alongside the former Chicago Bulls guard, Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, these guys are ready to go.
Ed, people at home can't see me right now, but I'm stretching my arms, I'm stretching my legs. This is going to be one fast-paced game. Let's get to it.
This boost... The Hawks control the tap. Fires the three. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Great pass to set it up. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line.
Oh, yeah, get your money, man.
4-3. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Short jumper off the mark. Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Cavs at the controls. Sexton. Won't go. To Trae Young. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Sexton. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
OG Anunoby at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. Nice pass to get things going.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
To Love. John Collins swats it. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Sexton. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Ken Bazemore from long range. The Cavs secure the rebound. Leaving no doubt, slams it down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Sexton. And counted at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Here's a chance from long range and drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
To Love. Lets it fly from long range. And Kevin Love, no hesitation, hits the catch and shoot three.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Here we go, my ball.
Knocked loose. Hawks have it. To Kevin Huerter. Going to launch beyond the arc. Huerter can't connect that time. Cavaliers with the basketball. Sexton to Love. Kevin Love, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game.
Number 15.
Trying to cash in, just off the mark.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Smith. John Collins sends it away. Missed a wide open look. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Clarkson with the basketball. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Hawks come up with it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
OG Anunoby with the block. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Cavaliers. Fires the 3. No good. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Count the basket at the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Deep 2 there, won't go. The first quarter's complete, and this one's all tied up. A good start to this one, all tied up as we start the second. Cleveland has the basketball. Sexton to J.R. Smith. John Collins tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And easy too, get back on defense.
Everybody have your hands.
I got him. Here you go. That's me. I got ball. Come on, yo.
Knocked loose. Hawks have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Off the assist.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
It's Atlanta ball. That's usually one that he'll knock down. It goes down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Sexton to J.R. Smith. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Self-check.
Easy path to the rim.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
And too much contact.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Substitutions, Cleveland.
Count the basket inside.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Cashes in for two.
I don't think these kind of shots are tough for Trae Young. You see, he's always been the smallest guy on the court, so he's had to finish through the trees. He's a lot tougher than he gets credit for.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
I got him.
Count the bucket for two.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
And scores.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. And the basket good at the rim.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
He throws it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Short jumper misses. And throws it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
The assist from number 11.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Knocked loose. Hawks have it. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Clarkson. Slams it down. Now the Hawks coach gonna call a timeout as he'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. For three. Trae Young bothered just enough there.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Not that time.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to...
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of it.
It's good at the buzzer. Nice finish and more cash in the bank as we've hit the...
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Colin Sexton slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Cavs at the controls. Goes to the right side to Love. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Love. The pass set it all up.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Fires the three. Trae Young able to knock it down. Tough shot with the hand in his face.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Number 2.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Dwayne Dedmon sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
4-3. It's Henson with the rebound. Sexton rises for the slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Hawks with the basketball.
Got him, I got him. Dump, got him. Trap, got him, got him.
Pulled in by Kevin Love. Knocked loose. Kevin Love. He's now 4 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Beyond the arc for 3. Rebound Love. Smith with the basketball. Leads just a point. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. And the nice finish at the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Layup goes down. Well done.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Look out, Larry Nance Jr.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And a throwdown.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Almost, but no good. Nance, deep right corner. Short jumper off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Time to shuffle things up. A shot at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Cavaliers have the lead. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. And things went off the rails for them a bit in that third quarter as they watched their lead completely evaporate.
And then some. Now they find themselves behind.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Down low Thompson. Tristan Thompson with the slam.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. From long range, Vince Carter 20 years ago, maybe not that time. To J.R. Smith. Oh, he had him there for a second. Oh, he had it. In a flash, scores at the rim.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Knocked loose. Hawks have it. To Clarkson. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Drive here, but the shot stays out. To Trae Young. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Kevin Love at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
You know, Ed, usually in timeouts, you see coaches give these rah-rah speeches. And what happens is it goes through the player's left ear and out the right. They don't pay attention. I've been a part of those huddles. What I just saw, though, I saw a coach snap a clipboard. No doubt about it, he has his team's attention.
The rebound's cleared by the Cavs. Great feed, sets it up. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. A 3-point play, and the lead cut in half. It's now down to 3. Great look and vision. Love. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Herter can't connect that time. Cleveland has the basketball. To Love. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. So it remains Cleveland basketball. To J.R. Smith. Over to the right side. Here's a chance from long range. They dared him, and he burns them.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide-open 3.
Tough shot. He hits.
Today's league just throws that old-school stuff out of the window. Why have 2s when you can shoot 3s, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Can't connect from in close. Lets it fly from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Stepping in, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's Love with the rebound. Passed it off. Big finish at the rim. The Hawks will use a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Fires the 3. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Goes reverse to lay it in. Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game.
Tickets for the next home game are still available at the Marks office. Buy one
For 3, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Ball in possession of Cleveland. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
First one goes down. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. 17-footer at the buzzer. The Cavs are victorious as they